Hi, Rakhee. How are you?
Hi, Siddharth. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks, and yourself. I'm actually quite fascinated to be chatting with you today, especially on your art of living journey as well as your vision behind Sanskar Productions. But I'll start with the art of living side of things. What first drew you to the art of living?
Oh, it's a good question to start off with. But firstly, I'd like to say thank you for having me here. I know it took some time to coordinate this, but I'm finally very happy to be here with you. Uh, let's see. I was, I think, 23 years old. I'm not going to tell you what my age is now, but you will probably work it out. I was 23 years old when I started in the art of living, and the thing that drew me, really, I have to say, was Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar. I didn't realize at the time that I was searching for a guru, and I started asking some very pertinent questions, which I realized along the way how important they were. And that was, who am I? And what is the purpose of my existence? Why am I here? And these questions subsequently led me to him in the year 2000. So the first draw card was him. After which I had done all the Art of Living courses and realized the simplicity of the techniques and adapting few life skills. I started living more positively and in a healthy and happy way. And that was the beginning of that journey to this current day.
How has it become such a significant part of your life?
It because it influenced me uh, in such a positive way. And I realized that I had been changing from this young girl, maturing into somebody that started uh, wondering about the welfare of people. And I thought I needed to do something more. So I immediately, I think it was 2 or 3 years later, became an Art of Living teacher and started teaching these courses absolutely everywhere, but particularly in the townships. So I worked a great number of years in Soweto with a number of youth there, and it impacted their lives and in turn impacted mine. And I realized that the more joy you give to everyone else, that the greater the joy comes back to you. So it has just been a journey of serving.
Wow. Can you
I hope it
share a
answers.
memorable, oh, sorry?
I hope it answers the question.
Sure, sure, it does. Thanks. Can you share a memorable moment or turning point from your journey that deeply impacted your outlook on life?
A memorable event.
Can be event, moment, anything.
There's innumerable moments because it's a 25-year-old journey. But the
Wow.
one that stands out to me the most is the year 2023 when I lost my husband very tragically
Oh,
to
I'm
crime in
sorry.
this country. Thank you.
Okay.
And that's when I realized that the 25 years of training, of all the knowledge that I was given, was for that single moment. I immediately knew how to navigate the situation, having these tools and techniques, and most importantly, having a guru in my life. Uh, where the world lacks skill in helping somebody with the highest truth of life, this is where a guru comes in and plays a very, very important role. And he reminded me of just that, the highest truth, which is, that everybody eventually will die. and that is a part of life. And for me, that was the turning point where I started to see life from a different perspective and navigate through these challenges a lot better. I wouldn't say easier, but better, having that knowledge. Because this knowledge gives you a lot of inner strength and it gives you a lot of resilience. And at the same time, it gives you a lot of protection too. So, this was one of the greatest, most significant events of my life, which I feel that the knowledge really, really helped me navigate through.
All right. I see a comment here from Rishit, and I don't know if it's kind of emphasizing the question I just asked you, but I'll just show it to you here anyway. From Rishit, and hi Rocky, what are your life-changing moments being part of the life, part of living love life foundation? So you can mention just two more, I guess.
There's so many life changing moments. Hello, Resh. Uh, you know, I'll tell you, I can name a few. The one
Okay.
thing that I noticed in my own life is that through the practices of meditation, of breath work, of yoga, your perception of things improve. So the way you perceive things, when you start perceiving things a little differently, then your relationships automatically become different. So you start having a sense of belonging with people. You don't see people as being separate from you. When your perception is a little greater than our limited perceptions. In other words, when you step out from just what about me, to what can I do for everybody else out there. That's what I mean when your perception grows. And that comes with the maturity of the practices, etc., etc. So when that happens, then a lot of benefits come out of it because your observation is clear. Your expression of things, the way you communicate with people becomes a lot better. And a lot of problems in this world today is because we don't know how to communicate or we don't know how to express ourselves. So meditation and the breathing techniques helps refine this process. So you automatically become a better communicator. Another thing I can tell you is that uh, your intuitive abilities become more heightened and refined uh, with the regular practice of meditation, where you just walk into a room and you can already pick up what's going on in every mind. It's very easy to do that because we operate on a vibrational level before we are on a physical level. That's what anyone picks up, right? When you walk into a room, that's the first thing you pick up is a vibe, and you know whether this is a good vibe or not. So that becomes more subtle and refined as you become more established in the practices of meditation. Another thing I've observed is that it improves your physical health. You become very strong and robust. And emotionally, too, it makes you very, very resilient, strong emotionally, very centered, very focused. That events will come, and they do. Of course, that's part of life. But you are able to remain centered. You don't get shaken very easily. And I tell you this from my own experience because I have just recently experienced it with losing a loved one. And what else can I tell you? Your attention span also improves a great deal. You find that your intelligence becomes even sharper. This is my own experiences, but
Oh,
I've
yeah.
also seen it with other people that have practiced, and regularly practice. I have seen people that were paralyzed suddenly walking again. People suffering with chronic ailments and illnesses that have been cured from it just by attending to the breath. I practice this every single day of my life. I have never ever left my home without meditating or without doing the breathing techniques or without doing the yoga. And because I see the benefits and the differences in my own life. Another thing is, Resh, you'll see an unshakable smile on your face. You become more natural, and you'll find that in your presence suddenly people are feeling happier because you're exuding more and more positivity. So that people are very attracted to. It's
Mm,
like if you're a happy person, you spread happiness. If you're a depressed person, that's exactly what's going to happen. So
that's
with
true.
these practices, it brings you more and more into the present moment. And of course, in the present moment, it's a field of all possibilities. All kinds of things can happen. So this is just some of the things
Yeah,
I can tell you.
of course. All right. How has breath work and meditation shaped your personal growth and resilience?
So I think I may have already answered that
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
But I would
Because,
say that resilience is really a byproduct of it.
oh,
As I've
okay.
already mentioned.
Okay. All right. All right. We can get to the next one, which is in what ways has the art of living, oh, sorry, I might be repeating myself. So, in what ways has the art of living influenced your creativity and professional work?
So what I have found, again through the regular practice of meditation, is
Uh-huh.
that all your latent talents come out.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
you find suddenly that you can sing, or you can write poetry, or you become a better writer or a great cook. And these are all
Mhm.
the little things I have experienced myself. I mean, I never
Of
thought I
course.
had the ability to even uh, sing a note, and now I'm doing it. Or write poetry, for example, which I've now suddenly started writing a lot of poetry. Or uh, writing, for example, or speaking in public. It just
Mhm.
takes away, breaks all the inhibitions, and brings out all the latent talents.
Yeah. Okay. Resh has just commented here to you. Absolutely, Rocky. I can relate. You are so on point.
Ah, that's wonderful, Resh. Have you done the course, Resh? The Art of Living course? Sounds
Let me
like you may
see
have.
if okay. I'll just wait.
Hey,
I'll wait for
she,
it to reply to that
okay.
just now. Okay, and then okay for someone new to the art of living, what's one simple practice you'd recommend starting with?
Oh, I would highly recommend the Art of Living's Happiness Program, which is our entry level course. And that one there, central to that course is what we call the Sudarshan Kriya. It's a very powerful breathing technique, which we use to release very deep rooted stresses from the system. And the results, Siddharth, are
Mhm.
absolutely instant. Worldwide,
Huh?
800 million people have benefited from our courses already. Uh,
800 million. Wow.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
The Art of Living is in 180 countries.
Yeah, that's
And
true. Yeah.
it's unbelievable, uh, the relief you feel from this. And I've seen it through myself. I've seen it through all the people that I've taught, and of course through other people's experiences as well. We teach a number of techniques on this course too. We do some guided meditation, some simple yoga techniques, and then it's very interactive. You get to ask some important questions to yourself, which I love about this as well. And the one thing
Okay.
I like, and I think it would be very appealing to those that have a very scientific acumen, our techniques are very scientifically backed. There's a lot of data, there's a lot of research that has gone into it. And the wonderful thing is, it's all evidence based. Harvard University has just been doing a number of research on the techniques as well. If anyone's interested in information, please just go and check the Art of Living website. Under research section, you will find it all there, and you'll be absolutely amazed. But I tell you, try it out first.
Okay. Rika has just given two replies here. The first reply is not as yet, and the next reply is, but would love to eventually.
Yes, and you would love it very much. It's just one of those courses that you can do over and over again, and you find yourself refining each time.
All right, let's get to the Sanskar production side of things. What inspired the creation of Sanskar Productions, and what is its core mission?
What inspired the creation of Sanskar Productions? Yeah, it's a good question. Uh, I would say common loss.
Mhm.
And the reason I'm saying this is because it's a group of people that came together that had suffered a loss of near and dear ones.
Oh,
And we decided to get together and just keep the memory of our loved ones alive through music.
wow.
And so that was really the main reason behind creating Sanskar Productions. Uh, what was your second question?
Oh, sure. And what is its core mission?
Yeah, so we called it Sanskar Productions, music with a purpose. I didn't want it to be just a band that provided entertainment. And
Mhm.
singing is very central to all our lives, everyone's lives. Singing is honored in all religions. And there's a reason for it. When you sing, then all the minds come together as one. So a lot of transformation happens to a person when you sing. It purifies the emotions. So I had all that in mind when I decided that I want to be part of this Sanskar uh, band. And and it wasn't just going to be for entertainment purposes. I wanted it to be something that could uplift a person's consciousness. I wanted them to feel transformed through the singing. And not just through the singing. Sanskar's mission grew into something very beautiful, and that is to serve too. So we've been doing a lot of service work, using singing just as a tool, as a vehicle to reach as many people. For example, our elderly community, is such a neglected part of society, and something that's dear to my heart. So it's a project that we do every year, where we go and we spend time with our elderly. We sing for them, we
Mhm.
give them hampers, we spoil them, we spend time. And the one thing I realize is all they want is just a little bit of our time. So we make a lot of effort to do that. And then recently, aligning ourselves with the women's forum and working with some dynamic women and on their mission and what their goals and objectives are. It's very hard to be a woman in today's day and age, with all the
Yes,
different challenges we face.
of
So
course.
it's nice that they come together as a community, and I wanted Sanskar to help provide a voice for that as well. So it's twofold. One is
Mhm.
the singing, yes, but the second one is the transformational aspect, where the singing can bring joy and transform that human being.
Right. I just want to show you something here. She says here, I heard you saying not only are you a beautiful person, but you also have a beautiful and melodious voice too.
Oh, thank you, Resh. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. You know, um,
Hmm.
I take no credit for it. I honestly, in my heart and my soul, know that I'm just an instrument of the divine. And whatever happens, let it flow through me. So if it happens that way, and again, if it makes an impact on another human being, then mission accomplished. So
Wow.
thank you for enjoying that.
Sure. How do you integrate your spiritual journey into the projects you create at Sanskar Productions?
I don't see it as being separate.
Okay.
I see the art of living is who I am. You can't separate the two.
Okay.
They're synonymous. Rakhee art of living is the same thing, as far as I'm concerned. That is
Right.
how integral it is in my life. So,
So there. Okay.
so, so in anything that I do, that element will flow through. And yes, it flows through in sanskar as well, because it's the same values that I inculcate in the band with the band members, and everything that we do also then translates out there. For me, it's about the grace that follows along with everything that we do. And of course, again, over and over again, it's, reminding ourselves that we are just instruments of the divine. That's it. It's not, there's no commercial gain here. There's no anything. It's just a group of people that have come together and say, how can we express ourselves in a way that can help somebody else? And don't you think that's a nice mission?
Of course,
We
it's
need to bring more
beautiful.
joy, to people's lives. And
That's
this in
true.
turn, I have to tell you, this in turn has been a very wonderful healing process for me, for everyone that has experienced loss in our group, and for everyone else's lives who we have touched thus far. And I sincerely hope and pray that we're able to touch more lives as we go along.
Can you share a standout project or collaboration that embodies the essence of Sanskar Productions?
Yeah, I think I may have already answered that question.
Oh, right. Okay.
With
Sorry.
the work that we do with the elderly and
Of
the
course.
women's league, and now we're starting to partner with wonderful organizations and people that are doing some great work in the community. In fact,
Wow.
I'd like you to talk to some of them.
Cool.
uh, and uh, and so in turn, the whole thing becomes more meaningful because our networks are increasing and we're able to reach more and more people. And really, you can only do this together. We call it a sangha, a
Mm,
group. So when a group
okay.
of people come together, you can, the results are just
Mm,
faster and quicker, as opposed to doing it
yeah.
alone.
Mm, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
All right. What role do culture, values, and storytelling play in your work with Sanskar Productions?
Your values are synonymous to sanskar. If you
Okay.
look at the word sanskar, and if you
Yeah.
translate it into English,
Mm,
it means values.
yeah. Sorry about
So
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so this was the reason, we called it Sanskar Productions, because we
Mm,
wanted it to have some
values. Yeah.
meaningful purpose.
Yeah.
And I wanted us to espouse these values. I
Mhm,
want to be able to live these values myself. And I want to be
mhm,
able to inculcate these values in the person that I'm touching, in whichever form, whether it's through singing, whether it's through talking, whether it's just to be in their presence. That value system is very, very, very important, especially in the world that we're living in today, and especially in the music world. It's a
mhm,
it's a very different environment, where you got to make sure that there's a reminder of these value system, and the values of what I'm talking about: a sense of belonging, to create a sense of belonging, a sense of unity. When you create a sense of belonging, it means that you belong to me, everyone belongs to me, and when somebody belongs to you, you'll do anything for them. And this can only happen when you step out of that what about me mentality to
mm,
what can I do for you. I am here for you. Because when you serving out there, when you're doing things, automatically your needs are taken care of. That's how the nature works.
mhm.
So it's about just that reminder that we need to get out of that small mindedness. And, uh, together, we have to carry people along. If we do not do that, you cannot be happy. It's not possible. And the ultimate goal of everything that we do is to be happy, is to bring joy into our lives. So if it doesn't bring you any happiness, it's not serving the purpose. So sanskar is standing for that. And that's our value system, that we would like to spread ripples of joy and happiness wherever we go. And just be authentic, that authentic, there's no other gain here. It's just that I'm here for you.
So finally, where do you see Sanskar Productions heading into the future? Okay, this is actually the two-part question, so I'll ask you the next part after this first part.
Where do I see Sanskar Productions in the future?
Yeah,
I
I
have
mean, like heading
dreams for
heading in the future. Yeah.
You know, I'd like to create a learning academy for aspiring musicians and artists. I identified a gap here, and the gap is that there isn't enough of a platform for such talented people because there's so much of talent in this country. I saw it now as I stepped into this music world. So much of talent, but there isn't necessarily a platform for them to showcase their talent. Number one. Number two, it's always there's financial constraints for artists because sadly the reality is nobody wants to pay for this craft, and people
Mm.
work so hard for their talent. So we need to change that culture. There has to be some exchange. We call it dakshina in Hindi. There has to be
Yeah.
some exchange. Purification of money has to take place, and it's got to be in this form as well. There's dignity in the process. So don't strip the singer, the artist, the musician of their dignity by saying, I don't want to pay. Because this is where the struggles are coming along for a lot of musicians in this country. And I tell you again, I have to emphasize there's so much of talent here, but we just need that platform for showcasing it. So I'd like to create that with the help of everyone else. Of course, you can't do this alone, to create that learning academy, that platform, so that everyone else can also unleash their potential as well. There's a lot of young people that would like to uh, that are musically talented, but again they need the guidance, they need mentorship, they need help to do that. So let's see, we'd like to do that and reach as many people as we can along the way. We do a lot of gigs here, there, everywhere. At this moment in time, it's fine, but my vision is a lot more bigger in terms of the outreach. I want a massive outreach.
Yeah. I think it might have answered my second part, but I'll ask it anyway. And how does it align with your personal vision for positive impact? So I think you have answered it, but you can just probably add a little something at the end.
Yeah, no, I think I've answered that question. So,
Oh, okay. All right.
but
All right.
but I'm surprised you didn't ask me to sing.
Yeah. 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 But you're most welcome to sing. So which song would you like to give to the audience?
No, so I think today I'll just talk.
You teach me that. Okay,
But
no,
I'd
that's
like
cool.
to tell all
All
your
right.
viewers, if they'd like to see me sing,
Sure.
you can please go ahead and have a look at our Facebook page on Sanskar Productions. I just released
Mhm.
one song yesterday, and we're starting to look at doing a lot of original work as well. And you can't do all this without the support of the people because,
Of course.
again, we do this for you. And in turn, it brings us joy and it brings you joy too. So we need everyone to help us along here. Um, there's YouTube, there's TikTok, and there's
Hmm.
Instagram. We on all social media platforms, and yeah, join us. We'd love that.
And I
We've
think the song you did on Facebook was actually Say Yara, right?
Huh?
Yeah. And I think the song you did on Facebook was actually Say Yara, wasn't it?
Yes. Did you have a look at it?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Very nice song.
Hmm.
Very difficult song. Very
Mm.
technically challenging song. But I decided to take on the challenge and study it. And yeah, I would love to hear everyone's view on it, and they can tell me what they do. So I do. You didn't ask me the question, but I'll give you that. I do learn
Sure.
Hindustani classical music, and
Wow.
we've been learning it for a good number of years now. So without that classical base, it's very hard
Mm.
to sing some of these songs because a
Of
lot of
course.
these songs, even the modern ones, they rag based. So when you know the notes of the song, it becomes easier to sing it.
Mm.
So I sit here with my harmonium. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can
There
see
it is.
it.
And yeah, we make some tunes here and there and see how it goes. And then we have regular band practice where the band comes together, and we don't just sing together, we also pray together, we meditate together. So that's how we integrate all the teachings everywhere we go.
All I gotta say that thanks so much for your time, and hopefully, should you honor me with your presence for another chat, we can get more in depth with the singing and you definitely doing a song for us.
Yeah, sure. The next one, I think I'll get my entire band here,
Sure,
and yeah, we can
that'd be
do a
awesome.
nice show for you and your viewers. So it was a nice little intro to who I am, who we are. And thank you for having me here. It was lovely being here today with you, Siddharth. And I wish you
Sim-
all the best and all the success with your endeavors on your ventures as well.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Namaste.
Namaste.